time to strap in and get ready. The leaders in AFL Supercoach are incoming, helping you win your leagues and climb up the rankings. You're now listening to the Insight AFL Show with your hosts, Big Horse and Skiddy.
G'day, and welcome to the Inside AFL Show. I'm your host, The Horse, and with me to review the last round of the AFL Supercoach season, Skiddy. How you doing?
Horse, I'm good, buddy. How about? Good to see everyone in the chat. Good to see your beautiful face, Horse. Another good weekend of footy. For some, not so great. You know, some people like to throw their scarves on the ground. Some people like to yell at their team from the stands, and then some people just like to just lay down and lose games and just not try anymore. But that's the part of footy, Horse. So how are you doing, my big man?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. I got busy in other ways, PG-rated ways on Saturday evening, so I didn't watch the flagged-ons, not flagged-ons thing. So, yeah, we might jump on the North bandwagon now. What do you reckon? Let's do that.
Don't worry about the North bandwagon, mate. No. It's the Harry Sheasel bandwagon. That's all we have.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon we do now, mate? Do we jump on the flag dockers?
Oh yeah, look, okay. Flag mantle is now the Inside Fantasy Sports team. Yeah, we're riding with Sweat. We're riding with the flag mantle.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But today we are previewing round 20 of the AFL season, which was the last home and away round for your Supercoach seasons. If you haven't yet, please hit like, subscribe, and the bell. If you haven't yet, please jump in our Discord where we discuss everything AFL Supercoach related, trades, captains, all that good shit all the time. And there's a few other cool perks in there if you just want to get involved and chat footy. Now, please, if you haven't yet, thumbs up. Love that. But before we start with your squeeze of the week,
yes, sir.
How's this legend here?
Very much appreciate that, mate. You gotta settle down, all right? We appreciate that, brother. We appreciate the kind words.
Such a good man.
We appreciate the coin. It's been going well into getting some new merchandise out, Horse. That's for certain. I reckon we'll get some more. On that.
Ian's just reminded me, round 24, we are going to organise a round where you and I get down to the footy, and whoever wants to come along, sink a few frothies, Denzel Frothingtons with us.
Yes, sir.
They're more than welcome to. So we'll get those details out in the Discord. But, mate, what we're going to do before we kick off our games tonight is get stuck into your squeeze of the week. Squeezy.
Yes, Horse. This week's squeeze of the week, you got to be absolutely shitting me. So close to being Harry Sheasel, but no. Matty Roberts from the Sydney Swans comes in with a 161. Absolutely taking the piss, are you? Like, we have all these good players that come out and win squeeze of the week. Matty Roberts, unbelievable. 161. He knocks over Sheasel by one. Great game by him, in fairness, though, Horse. But unfortunately, yeah, exactly right. But a good game by him. Mm-hmm. Unsurprisingly and unbelievably, no one picked Matty Roberts, which, fair enough. We roll on to next week, lads.
Yeah, we do. For those of you that have been living under a rock for the past 20 weeks, what do people have to do to get involved in Skiddy Squeeze of the Week?
All you have to do is in each of our live on a Wednesday night, we will open up and you just put in who you think the highest Supercoach scorer of the round individually is going to be. So, for instance, I put in Nick Dacos 175. If Nick Dacos scored the most and I was the closest with what he scored, then you would win a prize pack courtesy of the standard squeeze. One winner per week because we're not getting stuffed over like we did in round 9 again. And carry on. Best of luck next week, boys.
Absolutely. And speaking of the guys at the Standard Squeeze, they have been with us since day one. So our game's not brought to you by the Standard Squeeze. Are you sick of breaking glass bottles, your beer going warm or your coffee going cold? The Standard Squeeze have everything you need to drink responsibly, but also conveniently. The Standard Squeeze products are made from food-grade quality plastic, so you can measure the perfect pour each time. You can go to thestandardsqueeze.com and use the code IFS15 to get yourself 15% off everything in store.
Great
mate,
hats.
We'll start
Great
off.
form.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, mate. With the first game, bit of a snooze fest early on, but the Port Adelaide Football Club, starring Pickles, get over the top of the Blue Baggers.
Horse, that's the first, I think it's the first time in however many games that Port Adelaide have come back. I think it's the second time in their history that they've come back before by more than 25 points down at halftime. They've now won 11 of their last 12 at Marvel Stadium, and they've now beaten the Baggers 4 times in a row on Friday night footy. So good on the good on the power for that one. Nice little one there for you. First of all, everyone in chat, get your pointing out, finger out, look directly into the camera. Let's all point and laugh at Carlton. Unbelievable. Port win 79-65. Horse. Curnow, he was great though. 19 touches, 119 Supercoach points, 3 goals. So he pushed up the ground quite a bit more. He looked pretty good, and we will definitely take that for the 119 there, Horse. How'd you like to see Sammy Walsh go? Yeah,
I need him to be a bit busier with the ball in hand. 23 touches, 11 tackles. He's looking good for a VC. If anyone went that way at 3/4 time, only had 2 touches in the last, which hurt. But really, Port Adelaide ran over the top of him. So it is what it is. Paddy Cripps tried his best to get the team over the line, but it wasn't enough. 86 Supercoach points, disappointing for those that bought him in. But with Harry Nkay out of the team, there wasn't much going on up forward in the last quarter and a half, was there?
No, they were pretty swinging around the magnets there, Horse. Lewis Young went forward, kick a goal. Kizza, thank you very much. Our Punters Club president did nail that one on the head. I chose Kennedy to kick a goal. He kicked 2. Thank you very much. Love to see that. And Pitnet went up there. They all had a crack, but it just wasn't enough. Horse, I'm going to say this, right?
Yep.
How the AFL booked Carlton for that Friday night game, coming off of a late game Sunday, so a 4.5 day turnaround, has got me stuffed. It showed so badly that they could not pull out the whole game, and their legs were done. It was silly decision by the AFL.
So what you're saying is that their pull-out game's weak.
Pull-out game is extremely weak, and they also are done in very short amount of time. Yep,
right.
They're not in the long hole.
I'm catching what you're throwing.
Thank you.
It is a race. It is a race. But I'm always winning. So for Port Adelaide this week,
no one else wins.
Ollie Wines, 114, Drew, 112, and Pickles, 98 after he was on 14 at halftime. They all outscored Butters and Rosie.
Yeah.
It can happen with variable midfields, but I don't know. Butters, not 23 disposals for 98 Supercoach points. He was tagged at times and went quiet at times, but it allowed Wines to get off the train a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, Wines looked really, really good. Really stepped up for the power in this game. Butters did get tagged by Chincotta from certain parts of this game as well. So, and then they kind of just backed in Ollie Wines to beat Cripper and Walsh, and that's what he did. So good for him. Butters, he had 23 disposals, 98 Supercoach points. It's all right for when you get tagged. So I guess we will take that. It could be a lot worse. And then Dan Houston, 19 touches. Kane Farrell, get away from Dan Houston's kick-ins. Dan Houston, you need to be more like Joey Montagna when he used to play. No one else was allowed to take a kick-in when Joey Montagna was on the field. He'd run from the forward pocket all the way back down to get that kick-in. Get your cheap stats for us, mate. And Connor Rosé, more like a white wine rather than a red wine this week, Horse, because he was disgusting. 24 touches is all right, but 62% disposal efficiency, 75 Supercoach points ain't going to cut it. No more white wine rosé. We want red wine rosé.
Yeah, I'm not much of a red wine man myself, but...
Oh, are you white wine over red wine?
Oh, mate, I get hangovers before I drink it. That's terrible.
Okay. I spent my younger years drinking predominantly Goon Sacks, so red wine is beautiful for me.
Did you ever play Goon of Fortune with the old Hills voice? And yeah,
put it on the clothesline and spin it around.
And
with a couple of tent pegs, and then you'd use it as a pillow to sleep on after you finish.
Yep, the old lady on the boat, Mo Say, used to get around that stuff. No worries.
God, we are disgraces.
We are shit house. But anyway. Saturday afternoon, the first game, North v Geelong. North actually showed a little bit in this one.
Yep, absolutely. They did, mate. We looked all right for 3 quarters. A couple of Paddy Dangerfield free kicks, and then Geelong just steamrolled. And look, their class was shown. They looked fantastic in that last quarter as well. They ended up winning by 40 points. They just, did what they needed to do. But, Horse, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to gloat. How bloody good was Harry Sheasel? Like, my goodness, here's the records that Shees is going for currently this year, Horse. He could be the first player in 90 years to win 2 BNFs as a teenager. He broke the record for being the first teenager to record 25 contested disposals in a game, which is what he just did. He had an 87.5 score involvement to North Melbourne scores this weekend. It was, I think it was 14 out of 15 score involvements, or 15 out of 16.
13 out of 15, yep.
Unbelievable. And then Corey's just come out here with this beauty. Sheasel needs 84 more disposals to break the record for most disposals in a North season ever. Horse, he's that fucking good, isn't he?
Yes.
Thank you.
He's no Nick Hind, but he goes all right.
Blasphemy. Don't you dare. Unbelievable.
You know who else is good?
160 Supercoach points, by the way.
Yeah. Spectrum.
Cherry. Really put that on top of the cake. I mean, I'm pretty sure we were the guys that were saying take Tristan Cherry rather than Max Gawn. And that worked out beautifully for us. He took the piss out of Geelong's ruckman, scored 151, 54 hitouts. Not bad. Not bad at all, Horse.
He was rucking against no one.
Yeah. Well, he was, because they didn't put Sam de Koning in the ruck in this game. They decided to go blitz ups, and that's just how they
Do you know why?
Why is that? Because
they hurt the other de Koning the week before.
That's so true. He didn't want to risk it. So, good shout there, Horse. We know that they are brittle for whatever that reporter is that thinks that Tristan Cherry was too rough. Unbelievable. LDU, 31 disposals, Horse, 92 Supercoach points, 8 turnovers, really hurt. Could have been a lot better. Wardlaw, 22 disposals. He had 81 Supercoach points, 50% disposal efficiency. It looked like he was just going a little bit too fast. Once he slows down and understands that, he'll be a much better player for that.
He'll be fine.
And for the love of God, please get Fisher and McKercher back so I never have to say halfback Jaden Stevenson ever again. My God. I thought Fisher was bad at defensive. That was otherworldly.
Actually, I'm pretty excited to be able to say that pow pow, the Catalina wine mixer actually looked pretty good down back.
I loved it. I reckon he looked fantastic.
Tommy
and when he ran through it to the middle. Yep. Tommy Powell was great. And also too, Cam Zurha, good man. About time. 5 years. Smart man. He knows where it's coming. It's coming home.
You know who the last person to sign for 5 years at North Melbourne was?
No, I have no. Nope, that never happened. Let's go to Geelong.
Jaden Stevenson.
He needs to pull his finger out badly.
He's going to get delisted.
Oh, jeez. Come on, mate. That is ridiculous. Just quick update on Fishpoo and McKercher. They should both be back next week, I believe. Horse, do you want to tell me about Geelong? Because Tom Stewart was absolutely amazing, Horse.
Yeah. He was really, really good. 139 Supercoach points. And probably an understatement for how good he was. 32 touches and 9 marks. Jezza Cameron, no, I can say it. Jezza Cameron, 19 touches and 2 goals, 291 Supercoach points. And he is now under 400K for those of you that don't have a lot of coin to upgrade someone. You can slot him in your forward line for the run home if you wish. All of Geelong's forwards look pretty impactful in this game. And some did kick some awesome goals, i.e. Tyson Sengel. He did kick a couple of nice ones. Okay. Lawson Humphreys, for those of you that bought him in, really nice M9, D7, fill in pretty much. 82 Supercoach points again in this game, and such a beautiful kick and decision maker for Geelong. Not bad for a number 72 pick overall in the draft. And you've already spoken about Sam de Koning, mate. He went back. My thing was they went with the bigger body in Blixavs this week because of what Xerri's like in the ruck, and he's a bit clumsy, like he hurts people. which is good for North Melbourne. And the X Spectrum, that's just him at his finest. But I think you'll see him back in the ruck this week.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with you on that one. But also, too, he did have a niggle. I believe it was his knee, was it? Or something like that?
Yeah, that happened. Got a cork in the back of the knee, but he's going to be fine.
Last 10 minutes of the game, I believe it was.
He sat on the bench.
Yeah, just precautionary there. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes.
Yep.
Let's move along to St Kilda versus Essendon Horse. I am sorry, Horse. I am sorry to our beautiful followers and our beautiful fans. We know that we love you, but my God, what the shit was that performance by Essendon? That was a must-win game, Horse.
We're tanking.
Yep. It's the only thing I can think of. St Kilda said they wanted to come in and fuck some shit up with the people that were in finals, and they did in a big way.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Off you go, Skiddy.
No worries. I'll bang through it, mate. It's all right. All right, lads, ladies and gentlemen, let's get stuck into it. For JRD, I'm obviously going to do this one properly for him. All right. Saints absolutely belt the Bombers, 55 points, sorry. Jack Steele was awesome, 3 goals. We're never going to see 3 goals out of Jack Steele again. 21 touches. Just nice to see that his kicking was up a bit from the people that that faded him after he could not figure out how to kick the damn ball. Rowan Marshall, 135 Supercoach points, 26 disposals, 10 marks, 30 outs. Amazing performance against a very, very hard Essendon ruck lineup, although Goldie did not play. The Nasiah Wanganeen Miller Horse, he swung all over you. 31 disposals, 134 Supercoach points and a goal. Unbelievable. That was his best performance of the year, Horse, Supercoach was.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Sinclair, mate, he just got out of Wang's way and let Wang swing all over them. It was a fire hose. I'll tell you that much, Horse. It was everywhere. But Sinclair still 28 touches, 99 Supercoach points. And Horse, I have to give a quick shout out because Caminiti, Sharman, and Owens basically looked like Wayne Carey and John Longmire in that game. They were everywhere. Caminiti had 9 marks at halftime. 9. Didn't you pay $1.3 million to get a guy down there to stop people doing that?
He's a forward.
Do you want me to bang through the Bombers side or do you want to bang through it? Because, yeah.
Zach Merritt, 106 Supercoach points from the skip.
He was good.
He's always good. I just wish some other pea-hearted teammates of his would pick it up a little bit. Nick Bart was a little bit more defensive this week, 95 Supercoach points, but we'll take that from the swingman. Jai Caldwell, 92 Supercoach points from 21 touches, but only 4 tackles.
Yeah.
That's fine. We got smashed. Darcy Parish, 59 Supercoach points, no real impact. Beautiful. We'd love to see it because his price will plummet for next season. And you can pick up my scarf off the ground if you're at Marvel Stadium because that was...
Did you get it back?
Fucking horrendous. Nah.
I want it back. Right. Corey makes a great point. That Merritt goal was unbelievable. How did he get it to swing the other direction? That was unbelievable.
And you're right, Jasper. We are still waiting for him to arrive.
Also, too, the one thing I want to bring up though, what everyone saw the video of the Essendon supporters hurling abuse to them, going up the runway. Look, not on. They're footy players. They're still human. Like, come on, you can't be abusing your team like that. That's pretty weak and dog shit. I don't like that. I understand it's emotional game, but you don't want to be, abusing them in that way. You can abuse them as a team, but not like individually. And to the bloke that said, hey, Caddy, do something with your horse cock, that was hilarious. Play on you. Next game, Horse?
Yeah. I'm glad we got
Did you see that video? Did you see that video, by the way? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's disgusting. It's a lot of abuse when they're walking down, like off the ground, down the race. Not what you want to see.
No. Gold Coast versus Brisbane. So Gold Coast loosely first game at home, 93-65.
Called it.
But
Called that one.
you know what?
Mhm.
He's done it again. The Diddley.
He's done it.
This
He
is
has.
20 tons in a row for our Supercoach MVP. 141 from 33 touches and a goal. Bloke can't be stopped, and both you and I are all for it.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's been unbelievable. And what else can we say? We thought that we were going to get Sam Flanders being this good off of the half back line. No. This is midfield diddly. He is all over it. Love it. Horse, Matt Rowell does get to keep his second name. He gets to keep it. We will take a 97. He doesn't get his other name back yet. He doesn't get 3 yet. He's just kept holding on to 2. But more percentage of time in the CBAs, which is okay. I'm liking that. But the quote that we have now heard is that they are going to be trying Matt Rowell more forward.
Which means it's going to be Matt next week.
Yeah, that's going to suck. That's really, really good. Let's throw an inside mid forward. Crap.
Noah Anderson. Yeah. Noah Anderson played a bad one at home, finally. 85 Supercoach points. Not great from a bloke that's averaging 137 at home. Uwu cost me my multi. 81 Supercoach points. He's a very serviceable defender, but he only needed 15. He got, 13? Ben King, 1 goal, 3. Has this man generally forgotten how to kick?
I think so. He looked absolutely bloody horrible, mate. Horrible. He's 1 goal, 6, and then 4 out of bounds on the full in his last 2 games. Come on.
Unbelievable.
Come on.
Be better. For Brisbane, though, something else we did pick in last week's show was Dane Zorko. 32 disposals, 12 marks for 138 Supercoach points. Another great game from one of our best forward options that we have there. And surprisingly, his hamstrings are still intact. Josh Dunkley.
I'm telling you right now, that herbal remedy shit that he said at the start of the year, hey, well done, Dane Zorko. That is doing wonders.
Josh Dunkley, 121 Supercoach points, and it was definitely a Lions game. They dismantled the Suns, and it was behind him and Neil, who had 35 touches. And speaking of the Supercoach pig himself, 117 Supercoach points with 35 touches for Lockie Neal. What about Cam Rayner? He's sort of come on of late.
Someone in our community was high on getting Cam Rayner, and we were like, yeah, I mean, like, it's not a bad shout, but I guess with how the forwards are lining up, then yeah, it was actually an all right one. And he came out 25 disposals, 2 goals, 111 Supercoach points. One of the better games that you'll see from someone that's playing that high half forward role. Now, of course, he's had 2 games this year where he's gone massive, right? Playing this high half forward role. I can see it in the fact where we can go, okay, when he does get onto a game, then yeah, he can explode. But some games it's just like he can go missing. So this is one of those good ones. I'm not expecting him to belt every time like they did against the Suns, or every game. But they're absolutely flying right now, the Lions. And Hugh McCluggage, 91 Supercoach points, 22 touches, 2 goals. He's doing very, very nicely on these goal kicking as well. But it was definitely more of a Dunks and Neil game as they destroyed them in the middle.
I've got a question for you quickly before we move off Brisbane.
Yep.
Would you go Cam Rayner at 455K? Or would you go Chad Warner at 500K?
But Chad's just a mid, isn't he?
He is. But if you had to choose between the two, which way are you going?
Let's say if they were if they were both forward mid eligible, I think I'd still go Chad. But off of recent performances, I'd probably go Rayner. But it's hard because Chad's. Yeah, I think I'd go Chad just because I know that the ceiling's higher, more consistently available to be able to do it.
Yep. Demons versus GWS, mate. The D's get out to an early lead. Giants hit the front, pull away with it, and then D's come storming back to eventually fall short by 2 points.
Yep. In front of 90,000 people, Horse. It was unbelievable. 90,000
seagulls.
90,000 empty seats. It was unbelievable. They were clapping and smacking. See, mate, I'll tell you, snow season was open because none of the D's fans were there. That's unbelievable.
You could actually hear the seagulls in the commentary.
Yeah, you could, couldn't you? It was unbelievable. Like, yeah. ridiculous. Come on, D's. You're better than that. Get out your cheese boards and shit.
Yeah.
Also, did you see GWS's media team go whack again?
What with?
They pulled out the Simpsons memes. You know when Bart in the Simpsons movie, Bart gets naked in front of Krusty Burger, and then he goes, "This is the worst day of my life." And then GWS is home, and he goes, "Worst day of your life so far."
They are the best. They are the best social media team in the AFL. Maxi Gawn, he was okay.
Mm-hmm. First game back. Look, it wasn't full Gawn mode, but 97 Supercoach points, 24 hitouts, 16 touches, but only 3 marks. That needs to come up. I feel like he'll be much better than that when he's 100%. Clary, 26 disposals, which is good. Sign, 92 Supercoach points. So if you have him, you'd be okay with that because he's been dreadful as of late. And Trent Rivers, Max Gawn back in, which is what we wanted to watch, Horse. One of the things that we wanted to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Rivers did go back into the CBAs. He had the second most CBAs now that Gawn is back. 90 Supercoach points, 25 disposals. So we can be happy with that. Horse, do you like anyone else from the Ds?
No.
Good. Perfect. Let's move on to the Giants because they are good.
They were okay, but I've done myself a little mischief here. Because the Giants are brought to you by Ryan from Astute Newstead. If you're looking to remortgage your home loan, have a bit of extra cash on the side or refinance, this is your man. In our description below, his link tree is in there. Give him a call, give him a text, tell him the guys at Insight sent you, and he will help you out with all good things finance related. So now that I've spoken about this bloke, it would only be fair to speak about our man Winnie Blues.
Mm-hmm.
Lockie Whitfield, 35 touches again, 133 Supercoach points again, 8 tons in a row and averaging 119 after their mid-season bye. Remember when we said that we may have heard a piece of commentary or a piece of media article where Kingsley came out and said they're going to get the ball in Whitfield's hands every time and now's the time to jump on?
They weren't wrong.
He sprints everywhere for the ball and they give it to him every time. Mm-hmm. And since they've done that, they've looked so much better.
Bloody oath they have. And I was especially impressed with this because when you think about it, no Canelio, no Kelly. They were running Peatling and Callahan and Tom Green and they killed him. Mm-hmm. That was bloody good. Peatling, 133 Supercoach points, Horse, 28 touches, 11 tackles. Absolute banger. Good on him. Finn Callahan, 36 touches, game high, 122 Supercoach points. Love that. And then, goddamn, Tom Green, 33 touches. Great. Goal. Great. 102 Supercoach points. Needs to be better than that. He needs to just get those 1%ers in his game, Horse. He did have even amount of kicks and handballs. Close enough. But he needs to get those little 1%ers, those scoring involvements. That's why Bont gets those extra ones. That's what he needs to bring into his game. Mm-hmm. How about our man, Toby Green?
Yeah, I'm going to call him Corey Blackledge's man because he has really helped him climb the ladder in his league. Another ton for the skip. 3 goals, 2 and 107 Supercoach points. Yeah, ton, not a ton, a ton. He's hard to trust, but the role's there and he's got prior history on his side. So we know that he can pump them out. The other game on Saturday night was a bit feisty, wasn't it? With a heap of fines getting around, but the Eagles were good up until halftime, then got outclassed by Freo. 35 points they won by. We picked 7 goals. We weren't too far off the mark, mate. Yep. For Freo, Andrew Brayshaw, another good game.
Yeah, mate. Andy Brayshaw, 137 Supercoach points, Horse, 36 disposals. He is on fire at the moment, Andy Brayshaw. Kicked a goal as well, 4 tons in a row, and that's including, Horse, 4 out of his last 6 have been 125 plus. So he is absolutely flying, and you love to see it. And Hayden Young, 12 tackles, 20 touches. Good again for the swingman, 117 Supercoach points. Sarong, grouse game, 32 disposals, 112 Supercoach points. Horse, where are we going right now? Because Brayshaw is now being better than Sarong, even though Sarong can definitely be better than Brayshaw. But at the moment, it's Brayshaw.
It is 100%. It's Brayshaw. Yep. And I don't think you can go wrong either way you pick.
It's hard though, because one's going to go well, one's not. It's like,
but I'll tell you what, if he's not going well and still scoring 111, you'll take that every day of the week.
100. That's the thing. I think Sarong's down games are going to be more safer than Brayshaw's.
Yep.
It's just that Brayshaw's doing it more consistently on the up games right now.
Yep. Clark, Jordan variety, 106. And Fade Ryan Club, 75 Supercoach points. Continue.
No Pierce, no Ryan.
Yeah. No. Pierce is out for another 3 to 4 weeks, but I'm going to ask you this question straight off the bat, mate. If you had Luke Ryan, are you selling him?
Oh, yeah, gone. I was telling people to sell him when Pierce got injured the first time.
Yep.
He hasn't scored well since Pierce was back.
One ton, 7 games for Luke Ryan.
Yep, exactly right, mate. So, he's gone for me. And Luke Jackson, 73 Supercoach points horse, 10 touches, 17 hitouts. And that's against West Coast, who normally give up a shitload to Ruckman. Worrying for me. I don't think Jackson can reach massive scores because of Darcy, who did have 48 hitouts horse.
Phenomenal. For West Coast, Tim Kelly, 139 Supercoach points, 32 touches and a goal. He was really good for Eagles. Not so good any other time this year, so don't care. Elliot. 104 Supercoach points, 26 touches, 7 tackles, another solid game. For our man, Harley Reid, 82 Supercoach points, 29 touches. It's nice that he's getting these touches, but still clearly a sell. You don't hold on to him. You've got to flip him into someone else, a top 6 forward.
Yeah.
What about W-Train?
W-Train, 3 goals in his return, which is what we love to see from our man. Big W's, W-Train. 77 Supercoach points. Not great for Supercoach, but who cares? We're just happy to see the W-Train do his thing. Also, two horse, just quickly. Our man Switowski, 84 Supercoach points, 16 disposals, 2 goals, needed more tackles. Switter, come on, brother. You're an inside pressure forward. We need those big tackle numbers from you. Would love to see you get back to that. And Horse, how about this? I'm going to tell you a little something. Tell me. As you know, my gorgeous fiance, AJ, her favourite player in the AFL is Nat Fife, right? Fifey, she loves Fifey. We've been planning for a Freo game to go to so she can watch Fifey play live because the last year when Fifey was coming down, he has been injured. We were circling Essendon versus Fremantle to go and watch Fremantle play so she could see Nat Fife play at Etihad this week. And the dumb idiot decides to punch someone in the face and get rubbed out for a week. Absolutely gutted.
Nate Fife, if you're listening to this, which no doubt you are.
Weak as piss, be better.
Be better. Yeah.
You've really upset my fiance. She's gutted. She will accept signed memorabilia.
Yeah, and financial donations to this podcast. On Sunday, mate, the Pies did it easy against the Tigers, didn't they?
Yeah, mate. No, it was easy, easy as you like for the Pies. Nick Dacos absolutely took the PI 55, 147 Supercoach points. You are welcome, lads. That was an easy C option. Thank you very much. Career high, 42 disposals tying, so that's good by him. We'll take that. Darcy Cameron, 33 hitouts, 18 disposals and a goal, 121 Supercoach points. And I couldn't give a fuck about anyone else, in all honesty, Horse. Jack Crisp was shit again, even though DeGoey was out. Hated that. And that's all I've got from Collingwood because no one else is Supercoach relevant. Do you want to talk to me about those Supercoach relevant players from Richmond?
Not really. Nathan Broad, 135 from 27 touches. No, in case anyone asks. Vlaster, 118. No. Jaden Short, 113. Maybe, but probably not. But they've got North next week. So would you?
Yes. No.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Shai Bolton had 21 touches, but kicked 0 goals. Sreen had 63 Supercoach points. Fuck, he's going to be so cheap to start next year.
So cheap, and he is going to look so good in Fremantle. Oh, my God.
No, I think he's recommitting to the Tigers.
He's going to Flagmantle.
You reckon?
They'll sign him, and he'll go to Flagmantle. Tigers need to get rid of him. Fremantle's got like 3 draft picks in the first round next year or some shit.
Yeah. Did you see the
get Bolton, get the Baker? Thank you very much.
Did you see the the Collingwood version of Jack Ginnivan that they got from Wish in the preseason.
Who's that? Sorry.
Yeah, Lockie Schultz.
Oh, Collingwood got Schultz sucks. Yeah,
he does. Taranto was subbed out. Yeah, he was subbed out on 48 Supercoach points. You know what? The cheaper he is, the better it is for us next season.
100%.
This next game was the absolute shock of the round, mate. Western Bulldogs pantsed the Sydney Swans. 10 goals.
At home. At the SCG.
Yeah.
Didn't even fire a shot.
No.
Dogs doing... Hey, Horse, I'll tell you what, if either of our teams were going to make it to finals, far out, you'd be scared of the Doggies right now because
they're probably the firing team of the comp. Yep.
They're more Hawthorn and Brisbane. Those three teams are flying at the moment. This has a lot of 2016 about it, Horse. Let's talk about the Swannies. Matt Roberts, though, squeeze of the week, mate. 161. Unbelievable. Imagine if we still had him and we sit there laughing our asses off with this. Unreal. 36 disposals and a goal. Ridiculous game by him. Well done.
Do not bring him in this week.
No, do not bring him in. No. You're not going to see Sydney get belted by this. That's the first time they've been beaten by over, 6 points this year? So wouldn't be worrying too much into that. Errol. You know what really concerns me about this game for Sydney, though, Horse?
Tell me.
Brodie Grundy dominated the ruck contest against Tim English, right? But the Bulldogs belted them in clearances and contested football. So what were the Sydney midfield doing that was different from what they had regularly been doing, you ask?
Western Bulldogs always match up well against Sydney.
That is true. But also, too, Chad Warner, why was he in the CBAs more than he had regularly been every other game now? And he did sweet FA.
He scored 38 Supercoach points.
38. He had 18 out of 21 CBAs also. He was on the ball for majority of the game. He had 11 disposals. 11. Surely Horse is realizing he's got so many other players that he can put in there, and Warner does that crap. I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah. But go on. Sorry.
Heaney looked good. 32 disposals. 82 Supercoach points is shit. 7 turnovers. He'll be better from that, but he's one of the best forwards we have, so just leave him. And Mr. and Mrs. Bleached, bumhole, Chad Warner, no good, but I'm still looking at bringing him in this week because he's right on 500K, and he might be one of my last upgrades.
Okay. And I was pretty disappointed with Grundy. He smacked English in the ruck, but English has been giving up a lot of Supercoach points to ruckman this year, and Grundy only got a 96. I would have liked a little bit more, especially at home, but it is what it is. Horse, Dogs, Adam Treloar
He's been right. Yep.
On for Wago. Congratulations to him. 100th 30 disposal game in his career as well for Adzi. Really, really well done by him. He just had a cheeky 40 here, Horse.
Unreal. He's unreal. Ed Richards, the other swing man we were speaking about, 117 Supercoach points from 25 touches. 20 of them kicks. Solid DPP swing man if you need that. Bontempelli, 109 Supercoach points was okay. 22 touches and a goal, but you know what? They didn't need to go large. Yeah. They won it all over the ground in this one. Tim English, 83 Supercoach points. It was always going to be tough against Grundy. But as we brought up last week, usually Grundy does not play well against English, and Supercoach-wise, Grundy still didn't turn up. So that's what it is. And he was outside of WA, so he was never going to score well. And
Daly Bale, other side of the country to WA, so he was never going to have a good game.
He needs a connecting flight. Daly Bale, 25 touches and 79 Supercoach points. Yep. He'll be fine. A few of his teammates dropped a few lace-out marks that I was kicking myself for, but you get that.
Hey,
mate, at last, what's that?
And where does Bailey Dale play next week?
Marvel Stadium next 2 weeks.
Oh, it's his favourite. Love to say that.
Last game, Adelaide versus Hawthorn. We thought this was going to be close, and it was at halftime. And then Hawthorn just went smack, crackle, pop, and nailed the Adelaide Crows, beating them by quick maths heaps. So there you go.
Hawk ball, flag Hawk. That Hawk. I like the Hawk too. Hawk too. Is it coincidental that as soon as Hawk Tour became a thing, Horse, the Hawks have now been on an absolute roll? It's
No.
almost like they knew. There's something inside of them. Also, look, this was an absolute pantsing by the Hawks. 66, absolutely smacked them. I'm going to say what I liked out of Adelaide, and that was Jake Saligo stepped up with no Dawson, which was good. Riley O'Brien had a pretty bloody good game too, but Dawson and Crouch can be back next week, so I don't care about that. Rory Laird, 29 disposals, 115 Supercoach points. Looked okay in the guts, but I'd still prefer others. And guess what? No one else from Adelaide. I thought everyone else was shocking. Absolute shithouse. Hawks, you talk to me about how good the Hawks were.
They're pretty good. So,
Better than good.
everyone's favorite player, Massimo D'Ambrosio, pizza, pasta, wine, driving the Italian car really fast on the freeway over to Nonna's house, sitting inside, going up for a little bowl of pasta, watching the TV. He didn't do much in this game because he fucking didn't have to, mate. Got his teammates to do everything. He goes home. He's wearing the full Adidas kit, go out to Revolutions, Revs, and fuck, I lost myself there. But anyway, he was shit house, 11 touches. So Roma versus Napoli, you're right, Ian. Will Day, he was awesome though, and we picked it early in the year, mate. 136 Supercoach points, 20 touches, 7 tackles and a goal. He was just awesome. And another game over 100. Bloke's a jet.
Mate, he just keeps on doing it, doesn't he? And speaking of a jet, how about Lloyd Meekhorse? 115 Supercoach points. Lloyd. This was against a defensive ruckman in Riley O'Brien, and he still gets 115 with 35 hitouts, 6 tackles. His disposals were down, but still don't care about that. And Horse, our man, still getting it done. Dylan Moore, 21 disposals, half forward. This is the best high half forward, deep forward pocket flanker that you will get in the game. He just keeps on performing and doing it well.
The best forward pocket flank player.
Yeah. So he's not a high half forward, then forward pocket like flanker player. So like he plays every bit of the like small forward positioning. You can sit there and say Tyson Stengel or something like that's the best small forward pocket, but Dylan Moore plays all of those positions is what I'm saying.
You know what? Before we get stuck into our next game, mate, this comment is very, very spot on. Mick Higginson, our man, he saw more balls from the Olympic Bluesmith than Chad Warner on the weekend. Boom.
Yep.
I
had to double take, mate. I swear to God, I thought Dan Butler was at Marvel on the weekend, but there you go. He was at the Olympic ceremony.
Shit, Dick. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do us for our games this week. What we're going to do, if you've been living under a rock, or for those of you that have been with us since day one, we appreciate you. But we've got some hot guys, some cold guys, and an injury list that we need to go through. So to start off with, hot guys. This is why I'm hot. Run us through them, brother.
No surprises here, Horse. Who's the hottest of them all? It's Harry Sheasel's on the ball. 36, a goal, 160 Supercoach points. I've already reeled off all of the stuff that he's going to be able to do, could do this year. But for this game against Geelong, first teenager in AFL history, 25 contested disposals. That's right, all you Collingwood fans. Better than Nick Dacos. Tristan Sherry, Horse. But yes, I know Dacos has a flag. Fine, whatever. Tristan Sherry, unbelievably great game. Took advantage of Geelong shit ruck work. 151 Supercoach points, 54 hitouts. That's right. Tristan Sherry, 54 hitouts, 25 disposals, Horse, as well. Banger of a game. Tommy Stewart, though, he took the piss. North did not plan for him because that was an unbelievable game by Tommy Stewart. Was everywhere, loved it. Even in midfield, beautiful defense, wherever. 32 disposals, 9 marks. Horse, sorry to do this to you, but it's your turn. Tell me about how good the Saints players were.
Yeah, they were good. Moving on to Gold Coast. He's done it again. The Supercoach MVP, 141 from 33 touches for the Diddley. Bloke can't be stopped, and we're all about it. 20 tons in a row for the Diddley. No, I'm not going to be rude. And Isaiah Wanganeen-Malera, 31 touches and a goal, 134 Supercoach points. He's highest of the year. Good on you, mate. Rowan Barnes, 135 Supercoach points, 26 touches, 10 marks, 30 hitouts. One of the better stat lines for a ruckman versus the Bombers this year. He did really, really well. Dane Zorko, whatever herbal teas he's on, keep going, son. 32 touches, 12 marks, 138 Supercoach points. one of the best forwards that we have in the game. And if you don't have him yet, you need to bring him in.
Yes.
Josh Dunkley and Lockie Neal, 121 and 117 Supercoach points, respectively. Both men that, if you don't yet, should be looking to get into your team for the run home, especially in finals. Mate, tell me about the player that would be sponsored by Ryan from Astute Newstead.
That must be our man, Winnie Blues. I'll tell you what, mate, he's not just, he doesn't give a stuff about having a pack of 24s anymore. He's all about the pack of 40s, because another big disposal game here for the Winnie Blues. He went 133 Supercoach points. Unbelievable. That is now 8 tons in a row for our man, the Winnie Blues. Andrew Brayshaw is now the one that I am definitely looking at, Horse. He has piqued my attention. He now has 4 out of his last 6 games over 125 Supercoach points. It's very interesting. But can I fully trust it when, Sarong could probably easily do the exact same, has probably a better floor as well than Andy Brayshaw does. So I'll keep that one there, do a little bit more to see how the run home looks and who we got to look at for tagging wise. But Nick Dacos, 147. That was the one that we're looking at for the captaincy. Easy one there. If you had the VC on either Cherry or Sheasel, then you would have taken that pretty comfortably. But Dacos still did what we needed to do out of him. 42 disposals. That is his tying career high. Horse, very nice there. Squeeze of the week this week, Horse. Matty Roberts, 161. I don't think he'll ever do that again.
No, where did this come from?
36 and a goal.
Out of necessity.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, dogs killed him. So that's just, he looked good off of half back and he had a lot of it. So good on him. Horse, Adam Treloar. What a man.
Awesome.
Tell me about him.
His 100th 30-touch game in the AFL. A cheeky 40 here for 146 Supercoach point. Outstanding. If you did have a crack on him, you'd be stoked. Will Day as well. Just another ton, 136 Supercoach points, 20 touches, 7 tackles and a goal. What does that tell me? Only 20 touches, only 7 tackles and a goal, 136 Supercoach points. This man doesn't need 40 touches to score well. Remember that for next season, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
I'm not saying he's as good as Bond, but can he be as efficient? Almost.
He's getting there. He's definitely showing signs.
Yeah.
But also, too, can the Horse have a run like this again?
Well, probably not.
With Lloyd Meek, they can.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Yeah, bloody oath.
Unfortunately, when we bring up hot guys, we also need to talk about cold guys occasionally. So, it's cold.
Horsey turned into an elephant.
Oh, a little one. Sam DeConey, 49 touches. Not happy.
49 Supercoach points. I wish he had 49 touches.
He definitely didn't have 49 touches.
Yeah, no, he played all right defensively, but yeah, it just wasn't what we wanted to see. Don't like seeing him as a backman. We want to see him as a ruckman. Horse Darcy Parish needs a little bit more game under his legs because he definitely wasn't feeling right. Only 70% time on ground, 59 Supercoach points, no real big impact. Yeah, he'd probably be better for the run, but it's just not there yet, Horse. Lukey Jackson, cold guy, 73 Supercoach points, just 10 touches, and that's not going to cut it. No goals either. Darcy dominated with 48 hitouts. Luke Jackson, we need to say a little bit more than that, Horse. No Degoe. How did Jack Crisp done? Because he has been good without Degoe in the past.
61 Supercoach points. Not very good. And you know who else wasn't very good? Shy Bolton. 21 touches, 0 goals, 3, 63 Supercoach points. Boom. We want to make sure you're not cold this winter, so please buy our merch. Buy our merch.
Buy our merch.
What about Chad Warner, Mr. and Mrs. Bleached Bumhole, 18 out of 21 CBAs? This was just shocking.
Just absolute shithouse. 11 disposals from 18 CBAs, so he played majority of his time on ball and not half forward anymore. And you bring out that crap. Nah, hate it, Horse. That's shocking by him. And then Joey Danaher, 49 Supercoach points, 2 goals. So that's all right. But come on, we need better than that, especially when you're pushing up the ground to try and help out your backman because you had no back line. I understand it was a bit of a role change. It was harder for Brisbane to rebound, but come on, Joe. Come on, you're better than that.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do us for Cold Guys. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get stuck into our injury list, which is proudly brought to you this week by our man, Deadly.
The Deadly Report.
He does a fair bit of work behind the scenes, and we absolutely appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's start with the Tyson Stengel news, mate.
Yep.
With all reports coming out in the media today that he's in hospital with a serious condition, yada, 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 he is not. He had an incident on Saturday night. He's out of hospital, and he was seen running around at Geelong training this morning, correct?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, mate. Hearing that there's a fair bit that's probably going to be undisclosed about this right now. And we know his past history. So come on, Stengel.
Read into that what you will.
Yep, weak as piss, be better. Ridley subbed off in the third quarter, or half time, I believe it was, third quarter, with a corked hip. 1 to 2 weeks. You'd think Horse, not great. Essendon need him desperately.
Yep. CJ picked up a shoulder injury for Hawthorn.
Jath.
Yeah. I can't say his name. Chungkwa.
Yeah, I always say CJ Jath.
That'll do. We're unsure of how bad the shoulder injury is. We'll know more probably tomorrow. Tim Torano out with a back issue. He should be right this week, but we'll have to see how that is. Toby Dankervis, he's doing well in concussion protocols and will be back this week. Sam De Koning missed the back end of Geelong's game last week, got a cork in the back of the knee. Chris Scott has come out and said he didn't play in the last 10 minutes as a precaution, so he will be back next weekend. GWS coach, mate, Adams Kingsley has said Cogs, Stephen Coniglio, will be back this week, but Josh Kelly may still be 1 week off. Is that right?
That's apparently what we're hearing. So that is pretty much the end of James Peatling, Finn Callahan's big games, more for multi purposes, but good to know there. We'll just have to wait and see how that continues on there for the Giants. They desperately need those blokes back. Jack Hutchison, Jack Petrocelli, Bodie Uwu, and Nat Fife, all 1 game suspensions. Fifey is apparently trying to fight that at the tribunal. So my misso is bloody hoping that he gets
Is your
off.
missus representing him?
I think there's a good chance of it. She'll just have to go in there and be like, he did not do it. He did not punch that man. No. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. Hopefully he gets off, but they're all looking at a 1 game suspension. And Will Hayward had an ankle complaint. Longmire said that they'll have to see how he pulls up. Swans noted that James Rowbottom should play next week. But didn't Hayward hurt himself the week before?
Yeah, he did. Lewis Melican in this game also did a hamstring. So
yeah, he did.
Yeah, we're going to have to see how he pulls up. What we've done as well, ladies and gentlemen, is it's not just an injury list this week, but thanks to Deadly and the work he does behind the scenes, there are some notable people, players, as you will, that are tests to return this week. So we've also listed the people who are looking at coming back this week that may affect your Supercoach sides. Jeremy McGovern, with his lung or rib issue, looking like he's going to play this week, mate.
Yep. He looks like Big Puddin should be back for the Eagles, which is bloody good to see because we haven't seen him for 2-3 weeks or so. I'm sure that he would have been gutted that he didn't get to be able to get up for the
derby.
Derby, yep. But he'll be back for the home game against the Suns. Coniglio, as I already said, that he should probably be back. Colin McKercher and Zach Fisher both look to be like they could be back for North this week to play against the Tigers. And if you're a North player, you'd be wanting to try and get up this game. They have a genuine chance. Todd Marshall, he could be looking to come back for Port Adelaide. They look bloody good without him, but this is a big turnaround as well. And they're going up against the Swans horse. So they have a very nice break there. What about the Pooh? Your man, Matthias Philippou.
Yep. Rossi Lyons said last week that he'll be back this week. So he's another trade in consideration for me this week. And then we've got
Brisbane.
Yeah, don't mind it. Don't mind it. He looks good in traffic. Jordan Dawson, concussion, will be back. Toby Nankervis, concussion, will be back. Harris Andrews, looking good, will be back. Nathan Kruger, probably won't be back. Our man, Duggan! I think he's back. He's had 2 weeks off with concussion. which will mean Duggan should be right to come back.
I'd love to see that. We love our man Duggan. Jimmy Rowbottom, he looks to be coming back as well for the Swannies this week, which is a big game against Port Adelaide. Blake Acres, he looks to be like he's going to be coming back for Carlton in their big Pendle's 400s game for the Pies versus the Baggers this week, which would be a great game on Saturday Night Footy. And Harry Mkui, like he'll be back from illness because he was definitely ill and had nothing to do with his concussion last week against North Melbourne.
Yep.
So it looks like Harry Mkui should probably be back for the big game against the Pies.
And for those of you that are wondering how some players that you may still be holding went in the VFL, our man Deadly went digging for us as well. We do appreciate the work that he does. And we have since found out that Alex Sexton had 5 goals, 21 touches, 8 inside 50s on 90% disposal efficiency last weekend in the Gold Coast Twos. Our man, the sandwich maker, 2 goals, 26 touches on a wing in the Brisbane VFL side. Jai Clark for Geelong, 1 goal, 24 touches, 10 tackles, 8 clearances. Geordie Payne from North Melbourne, 16 touches, 10 tackles, 4 inside 50s. Starting to look right at home there. Charlie Dean for Collingwood, for those of you that still have him. 27 touches, 15 marks, 11 intercept marks. Not a bad first game back from concussion, and he is in contention to come back this week. Jager Smith in the Richmond VFL. 27 touches, 7 intercept possession, 14 tackles, 14 contested possessions, 4 clearances. He will be in our teams next year.
Horse. That is for Jagger Smith. That's 60 disposals in his first 2 games of VFL football.
As an 18-year-old.
As an under
17, sorry, not even 18 yet.
Yep, exactly right. Loving this from Jagger.
Yep. Nick Bryan from Essendon, 18 touches, 36 hit-outs, 10 clearances. I think he's more of a next year option. I don't know what's going on. Zardes, I want to see him back. What have we got to lose? 34 touches, 7 clearances, 15 contested at 77% disposal efficiency. Archie Roberts, he also looks good and will probably get a debut soon too. 1 goal, 28 touches, and 11 intercept disposals. And don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. We went digging on our man Campbell Chesser, and I can tell you that he had 18 touches, 10 contested, 6 clearances, and he's still shit.
No, Horse. No. 18 massive touches, 10 of them contested, 6 big clearances, really did the right thing by his team, pushed them forward. Good on you, Campbell. Keep it on, mate. You're going to be an absolute mainstay for Supercoach world and teams to come. And Neil Aramis, Horse, for Fremantle, 34. Neil Erasmus, whatever the fuck. Erasmus, that's right, whatever. Sounds like what's his face. 34 touches, 9 marks, 8 tackles, 9 clearances, 17 contested. Pretty bloody good game there in the WAFL.
Yeah, not as good as Campbell Chesser, but he did okay.
Yeah, definitely not as good as Campbell Chesser, that's for certain.
Mate, we're flying along tonight, but
love that.
For the last time in our home and away season, we get to talk about a particular segment within our episode where certain things rub people up the wrong way. You know, it makes people swing their hat backwards. It turns them from a happy guy into an angry guy. It gets people in the Discord up and about, nominating that this person should be this and that person should be that. So for those of you that have been living under a rock, weak as piss, be better, because it is time for yours truly to go absolutely bonkers in our, as soon as I find it, Cone of the Week.
Horse.
Ooh.
I could do the easy thing right now and start talking about Essendon and Sydney, but I'm not going to do that, Horse. I think there's still a chance.
Thank fuck.
Their rights are being reserved because, you know, I think a lot of people in the chat would like me to do that to Essendon. But then again, I coned Ben Mackay last week and look what fucking happened. Nothing at all. So let's see if these guys can hear my warning and see if they can bounce back after some absolute debauchery what happened this weekend in AFL, Horse. Jace Burgoyne for one, Horse. When you're running into an open goal, right, and you are trying to go in there and kick the goal and bring your team back, maybe you should run faster than just a leisurely jog, because he did a leisurely jog. Elijah Hollands chased him down and he kicked it out of bounds. Weak as piss. Come on, Jace. You got to put the effort in there and get in there and kick the goals. Make sure that you stop being an idiot like that. A little couple of crepes here, Horse. Ben King needs to pull his goddamn finger out of his asshole, or whoever's asshole it's up. He has now kicked 1 goal 6 with 4 do not scores in 2 weeks. This is a prime forward who is almost up there in the Coleman medal at the start of this year, Horse. He's gone 1 goal 6, 4 do not scores in 2 weeks. Shithouse, Ben King. You're on watch. Machito Owens. Right, Horse? 2 possessions in a row. He went for a bloody easy kick. No one in between him and the goals. They either went out of bounds on the full or didn't. It almost went out of bounds on the full and bounced just in play. Machito, you are better than that. I don't care that you won by 150 points. You got to put the nail in the coffin. You're better than that. Come on, mate. That shit house. Horse. 2 cheeky little crepes I've got here for the boys. Chad Warner. We've spoken about you a bit here. The bleached arsehole. Mate, that is an absolute all-time shit performance. 38 Supercoach points, 11 disposals from 18 CBAs. Chad, you're better than this. Come on, mate. Pull your finger out of your bleached one. Stop trying to take photos and get the right angle and lighting and everything like that of it. It's fine. We don't need to see it anyway. Just don't do it. Be better than that. Aaron Cadman, Horse. 3
what? Goals?
3 touches, 3 Supercoach points for a whole game of AFL.
Wow.
They won. They won the game, Horse, and he touched the ball 3 times. Had 3 Supercoach points. Come on, you can't just lay down and let Frothies and Jake Lever do whatever the hell they want here, mate. I know you're young, but you got to learn from that crap, because I reckon I've almost coned him before this year. Yeah. So he needs to pull his finger out. He needs to be better than that. But Horse,
there's worse?
Horse, there is very, very much worse. Because I don't think I've ever seen anything as bad as this bullshit. Roll the foot.
Too much on it maybe for Daniels. Couldn't control it. Lever gets run down. Advantage paid. Open goal. Oh, and they've somehow butchered it. That is remarkable.
Uh-oh.
Harvey Thomas.
Uh-oh.
What this shit is that? You're looking at the guy that is second on the Coleman medal and you don't give him that free goal? He had every right to stand in front of you to block that LBW, to get out and kick that out of the way for you. Give the handball to the guy that is trying to win the Coleman medal, to try and chase down the guy. Charlie Curnow, he's won it 2 years in a row. Come on, mate. Give the cheeky handball. And then you know what he did, Horse? Later in that game, he did the exact same thing, but he handballed it to Toby Green. So why are you giving it to Toby but not to Jesse? Stop being a hungry bastard, Harvey Thomas. Weak as piss. Be better. Bye, my match.
And just to confirm.
Oh, my God. If I was forward.
Checking ball tracking. Pitching in line. Impact in line. Wickets hitting. I'll come to you on the screen for your decision. And go.
Got him.
Out. Got him. Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it here first. Harvey Thomas, weak as piss, be better. You are our cone of the week. Skiddy?
Horse. I'm telling you right now, Jesse Hogan, when they got into the locker rooms after that game, he went straight up to Harvey Thomas and went, "Oi, listen here. Give me the ball. Never let that happen again."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a left-right good night, I'm telling you right now.
Yep. No receipts, refunds. Nothing.
No. Oh, no.
Let's get stuck into some questions.
It's question time. Let's answer your questions for the week ahead.
Jonas, our man, first off the bat this
Sorry, mate.
evening.
Sorry, just quickly. Another lovely effort. I very much appreciate that. They can't always be 5-star, but I got a fucking awesome, so I'll very much take that, Horse. Can't always be superstar ones, but, I do what I do for everybody, all right?
It's good every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Essendon done. Pickles is the kind of bloke to collect all the Bomber scarves that got tossed away to sell them next season when they start winning games again.
What is it, Horse? Essendon fan, get excited, and it's dead again. And then pre-season, we're getting ready to go. Oh, get excited. Finals, oh.
Yeah, it's a sad time of the year for me. Anyway.
Hey, at least you like North Melbourne supporters. We're just like a dead heartbeat. It's just...
Our man, Corey. Sheasel needs 80 more disposals to break the record for most disposals for North in a season.
She's
NFL
got...
Maverick. Boys, for those of you that are like your NFL football, our man NFL Maverick, who has one of the rudest heads on YouTube, but also Supercoach Guns, they run a pretty tight ship over at the NFL or NFL side of things that will be coming your way shortly. And now they've just started kicking off their NFL podcast with us here on the Insight Fantasy Network. And they're running cash comps, free comps, dynasties drafts, keeper leagues, all that sort of jazz. So if you're into NFL, jump in our chat. We'll direct you their way. They do run a really good ship.
Yeah, Horse. Supercoach, NFL Maverick. What he lacks in hair follicles, he makes up for great NFL fantasy facts
Absolutely.
and chats.
Yep. And he's pretty good as a keyboard warrior too. You love that.
He's going to hate when he sees me say that.
Absolutely. A minute 6, jot it down. Get in and watch this.
Yeah. I might just have to throw in the, minute 05 where I start talking about Essendon. I'll give him that clip for a minute.
Where the fuck did that come from? We're talking about Roberts from Sydney.
Exactly right. Just wet bananas.
How did that investigation into the concussion thing turn out?
I last I heard that it came back as, what was it? It was like a show if anything was there. There was nothing there. Port Adelaide got fined $100,000 last year for the shit that happened with the Lear. Brisbane got $20,000 or something like that and then Carlton got nothing. What? I don't know.
Will Butters explode next week in response? Hope so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Jonas, Carlton had 6 of their top 15 players out. De Koning, Akers, Doherty, Williams. If you think Martin's in their top 15 and you're counting him as one of their best players, you have something missing upstairs, my man.
Yep.
Martin will be lucky to keep his spot on their list next year. But all we hear is Collingwood whinging about how many players I have out. Pendle will be buried in his foreign. I agree. Carlton will smack the pants off him.
100. Yeah. That was on a very, very short turnaround for Carlton. I think they're going to be a lot better this week.
Yeah. Deadly gets all kind of free wine. Well, send it our way.
Deadly, I love wine.
White wine.
No white wine. Red.
Thank you for the VC shout, boys.
You're welcome.
Easy done, my man. Global, welcome back, brother. 2605.
Oh my God.
That's a big score. Huge.
Yes, sir, Global. We love that. Good on you, my man.
Big ball. Lavar's back. Love him.
Go
Reckon
Lavar.
Dan Curtin going to play the rest of the year now. Need some defensive cover replacement for Ridley and have no money and 2 trades left. Was thinking of trading Ridley, Jay Richards to E. Richards and Dan Curtin.
I don't think Curtin plays.
I wouldn't trust Curtin. No. I think he's on his way back to Perth at the end of the year.
I think he's also on his way to Freo. We're already hearing rumblings. His manager's already starting to get stuck into it. I think Adelaide are just going like, all right, stuff you then.
Yeah. Did you trade Rail out of the community team, Skiddy?
I can't remember. I know it was one of the two, but it was whoever you told me to trade him out. And I can't remember who it was.
Corey's glad he started Whitfield, though. I'm glad for him, mate.
Bloody bang on.
That game was bloody good. Kizz's multis, the GWS Melbourne game.
Yeah, yep, absolutely it was. Our man's multis, he does the Lord's work for us, in all honesty, lads.
He's awesome. Scorn scored 97, but was only at half rat power. Yeah.
True.
He was alongside Toby Tubby Green. Yeah.
The fly kicker himself.
Dogging in the back of the Cesanero.
He needs to apologise to my misso.
Skiddy is round 24 in
I
the
think
book.
so. I believe so. Let me just double check. No, they're not. Dates and times have not been confirmed yet.
Far out. They said that it'll be this week.
Yeah, it's 3 weeks. There's 3 weeks out now. No, it should have been last week. But it's just the date and times. The venues have been confirmed. Yeah.
Yep. Skid Fits. Our man. Teemu Guinea equals Schultz. Yep, 100%.
Absolutely. Guinea over Schultz.
Jonas confirmed Grundy will be rested for a game in the next few weeks. Yes, I agree. I do.
Okay. So it probably wouldn't be this week because they've got Port. Then they've got Collingwood. It could be rested there or against Essendon.
Rest him against Essendon. They'll win by 150. I had the choice of Neil or Warner, and he went Neil. Warner. Poor man.
That's annoying.
Hello, Jack Edmondson.
Hey, Jack.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Mwah. Thank you, mate.
As Mick said before, he saw more balls from the Olympic Bluesmith and Chad Warner on the weekend.
No balls in the bleach arsehole, unfortunately.
Nope. Nada. Zero.
What?
Moore could have got 100, but passed a free off to Sicily. Don't like that.
Stop being a good bloke, Dylan.
Yeah.
Be hungry. Kick goals.
Want to make sure you're not cold this winter? Our merch will help buy that. What do you say at the end?
Buy my merch. That's right. Yeah, always buy our merch. Buy our merch and buy our merch. Oh, and also buy our merch. Look how nice and pretty it is. And it keeps us warm and stuff. And this hat's nice. And that beanie's cool. And buy my week is piss be better shit. That's a good amount of merch. Also, too, if you want a good little thing, horse as well, on the Inside Fantasy web store, which is linked down in the description, we keep putting up new stuff in the merch store as well. But no matter how much new crap we put in there, because, that's always the first thing you see. But my merch, the week is piss be better hoodie and t-shirt, will always be the thing right at the bottom. So as long as you scroll all the way down to the bottom, that's where you find the week is piss be better merch.
Good.
And that's
currently Deadly's currently in 2 of the drafts right now, being going for 3 days already. Yes, we start the drafts that we do these days with Insight. We make them go slow because of training camp and what have you, and people have got other things on. So as we draw closer to seasons and we're running drafts, I'll be much quicker. Mate, you got NBA drafts and mock drafts coming up.
Yeah, the big board NBA drafts will be coming out for me, Mally, Matrix, and G. We're putting in a shitload of work and stuff. I've already started doing some mock drafts with, the likes of like Adam King, Dan Titus, Zach Hanshu, all these type of guys, some great analysts. And we have some really good, some good analysts and some good drafts that are coming in. So we'll definitely get some mock drafts going with the fans and everything like that. I'll get you in for a couple as well, Horsey Boy, and a couple of the other Insight guys, and we'll get stuck into those. Deadly, I got you, my boy. Don't worry about that. So if anyone else wants to, when I put the call out for it, slide into my DMs and you can get into the NBA ones there.
Beautiful.
Had a stinker the other day, I'll tell you that much. Oh, Jesus. Also, too, Horse, Jonas makes a good point. Don't give a thumbs up if you think Kelly Underwood is hot. So,
yeah. If you give a thumbs up, you think she's shit and she's a bad commentator. If you don't give a thumbs up, you mean you think that she's hot and you think she's the best commentator in the AFL. Fuck, look at all the thumbs up going off.
I know, right? Look at that. Just bang, 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 bang. I absolutely love to say that. Yeah. You can't get away with that. You know who Ruby Schleichler. I think that's how you pronounce it. I think she's doing a really bloody good job.
Yeah, actually she is.
She's starting to do the doing the special comments on Triple M for some of the Sunday games. Yeah. I think she's doing a bloody good job. Kelly
Underwood is the best commentator for deaf people, and she still makes their ears bleed.
Yeah, 100%. Nope, don't like that.
That's going to do us for questions for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. But silly me, Punters Club.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
How'd we go over the weekend, mate?
You know how the boys do. They Gizza and the boys hit and miss. Don't miss. Hit all the time. We had a couple of good gats go along. The D's, JWS multi, as we said again. There was a couple of other bangers in there. I nailed the Brisbane one. That was a pretty easy monies there, Horse. Love that one there. So, look, we always say it. We just like to ride these multis together. You just put in what you're liking. You can just come in for a bit of a chat, but we always say that we like to ride them together. You bet within your means, whether it's, $5, $10, $100, whatever you want to bet. You bet within your means, and you always, Horse, Lockie
Bramble. That's right. That's right. Have you got anything that's actually deadly? Kiz is my goat. He's basically a printer.
He does. Prints money.
Yeah. Loves it. Skiddy, what day are we likely to go in round 24? Saturday?
Shit, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's Saturday, probably.
Yeah,
Who's
probably
playing on
will be.
Saturday?
Well, it doesn't say yet. We've got to wait for the draw to be confirmed.
Oh, yeah, true. Crap. Yep, sweet. We know that, but yeah, we can see the Melbourne games, Horse. It'll either be Carlton, St Kilda, D's, Collingwood, 2-pack. Don't like that one. Richmond Suns, that could be the game, Horse. That's it. I think it's going to be Richmond versus the Suns.
Nah, there's a St Kilda Carlton game there or something, isn't there?
Yeah, but, mate, why do you think I go for North Melbourne? Because I don't like big crowds of people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that's why I like the Richmond Suns game. We could have the biggest crowd, like the biggest group in the place. It'd be great.
Deadly's got a plane to hop on, and so does Ian Johnson. So
Lovely.
we need to sort him out quick. Have you got anything else you'd like to bring up before we knock off for the evening, mate?
No, just wanted to say a big thank you to all the beautiful bastards that were in the chat. You guys are hilarious. That you guys bring us so much joy. We love doing this for you guys. It's just so much fun. It's so fantastic. You guys are amazing. And we will keep doing it as much as we can keep on doing. Skitsy, up yours. And except for him. Skits can get fucked. But yeah,
no,
also
I'll rate it.
Horse,
I'll shout him first beer.
love you. And appreciate you very, very much, Horse. You're an absolute superstar. So just keep on going. All right.
Team game. Team game. There's no I in team.
Very,
and there's
very
no
true.
I in Campbell Chesser either. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just about done for this evening. But as you know, Skiddy and I took a pact round 8, round 9. I can't remember what it was. But each week we are bringing awareness to mental health. It is not weak to speak, and it's okay not to be okay. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling out, if you're feeling like the world's against you, get outside, go for a walk, talk to a loved one. There's messages or there's phone numbers that you can message. You can message Skiddy and I if you want someone anonymous, but someone that's happy to talk to you, to have a laugh with you, throw around some banter, whatever it is that you like. Skiddy and I both are more than happy to spend time with you on the phone to make sure that you are okay. We've both had our struggles in the past. We're better for it. It's not weak to speak, ladies and gentlemen, and it's okay not to be okay. On behalf of Skiddy, we fucking love doing this, but you have to join us Wednesday night. Why might you ask? Because it's finals time. It is round 1 or your first round of Supercoach finals. There's a power of work going on behind the scenes. We have found some absolute pearlers for you, for your Supercoach teams. Disclaimer, one might be a Carlton backman that's under 490K. Another one is a Sydney mid that's just on 500K. That may be the difference between you winning and losing your finals this week. Skiddy, it's been a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, join us Wednesday night. I'll have a frothy in hand. Skiddy will as well. This will be, it will be, another episode of the Insight Fantasy Sport podcast team. We'll see you then.